Hello there my fellow Table Heroes and welcome to an evening Galactic challenge again. I actually had a ask around on the SWGOH events Discord server, and actually they pointed out it was the same, exactly the same with this very same challenge. First Order versus Imperial Troopers. It was also an evening schedule, so I don't know, an interesting one. Anyways, as always, I'll cover the modifiers and the feats and then show you the battles. If you want to skip ahead, YouTube chapters will be down here, I guess. Otherwise, what are we looking at today? So we have ourselves an Imperial Trooper squad, just kind of, standard Imperial Troopers, even no Dark Trooper in there. But actually having Dark Trooper in there could be easier because he can't be revived, right? Whereas Troopers, they all do get revives. But anyways, Troopers normally could be threatening, right? But because of the Ilum modifier, not gonna be that challenging. Now in terms of the feats, we have to win with a full team of First Order units and then crush them. So win after defeating 3 enemies in the same turn. Now in terms of the modifiers, as mentioned before, Ilum stops a lot of things actually, because mostly, for the most part, like First Order, they like to gain bonus turn meter, right? Attack out of turn as well. And so do the troopers actually, so it's kind of, both kind of factions are kind of negated in what they do to some degree. You can still have a counter attack, so it's actually not attacks out of turn that gets shut down, but assists. And then anytime you use a special ability, you lose a stack of hesitation, and after you lose all of them, then you gain the clarity buff, which is not that great, but at least from there on out you can assist as well as gain bonus turn meter. So it's kind of nice. And then the first order kind of modifier bit is a bit of a weird one, because like you gain advantage, but then you lose critical chance and gain critical damage. So towards the end of the battle, you lost so much critical chance that even advantage doesn't give you crits anymore. So, am I missing something? But what is the purpose of have a stacking critical damage if you can't crit? I don't know. It's just a bit of a weird one, if you ask me. Now, in terms of the trooper modifier, they do get their revives, right? Endless rank, so they get 3 revives shared amongst the team. So we need to exhaust those revives first before we can take these guys down for good, because these revives cannot be prevented. So it's like a zombie revive, where even if Supreme Caloran that prevents revives takes somebody down, they still will come back. Alright, so speaking of Supreme Caloran, I guess we'll do the obvious battle first. If you do have Supreme Caloran, you can just put a First Order lineup in there. Maybe, there are variations of what you can do, but for the most part, you will just want to line them up, and then Supreme Caloran with his big AoEs can actually take these guys down. So first, I think I'll just go ahead and stamp Piet so he doesn't get his shenanigans going. Then let's just start off with an AoE here, get shocks on the board. We may see no bonus turn meter. However, Hux's ability is bonus turn, so that will work. I'm gonna then stun Veer so he doesn't do his AoE with ability blocks. Stun another trooper there with the other Kylo. Now we can do an AoE here, start working these guys down. Okay, there we go. Let's get range trooper in the yellow as well. Nice. Okay, see, no attacks out of turn. Let's go ahead actually and drop a stun on Stormtrooper. There we go. How we looking? Sure, just put a hit over there. Now Kylo. Will this be enough? Boom! Defeated 4 enemies there, and guess what? 4 enemies. Boom! Drop down. Kylo did so much damage that my phone just lost connection. I was like, can't connect to network. And there you go. First Order and crush them feat in a single battle. Supreme Caloran makes it quite easy. Now, if you don't have Kylo, and you still got, I guess, decent First Order squad, so with Kylo Ren Mask lead, and obviously the star of the show here will be Kylo Ren, because with his unique he can basically constantly reset his cooldowns, which means he can keep spamming specials, which means he he can get quite quickly through the stacks of hesitation, then start gaining bonus turn meter. However, because of the modifier, like the damage gets really nerfed because you can't crit. But anyway, I like to give tenacity up over to OG Kylo so he doesn't get ability blocked. Give bonus turn over to Kylo Unmasked. Again, stunning Piet, right? So he doesn't get his mark going, as well as AoE days and things like that. No stuns there, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get a stun there. Nice. Okay, so we got these two guys stunned. Maybe remove some turn meter from Gideon. Keep hitting specials whenever you can, so you start losing stacks of hesitation. There we go. As you can see, OG Kylo can keep, because of his resetting abilities, he can keep spamming over and over his specials. So that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead again with Hux. Whenever Hux has a turn, I like to give bonus turn over to Kylo Unmasked, so we can then reset his cooldowns and he can keep stunning folks for 2 turns. And troopers, they don't have a cleanser, so you know they get stunned, which is nice. And just speeding up the footage here, as you can see, we got things under control between the stuns and everything. Troopers unable to assist, unable to gain bonus turn meter are almost completely nerfed. And now Piet did get away from me just a little bit. And as you can see, also you have to watch out for the counterattacks when they get retribution. So there is a danger of things going, you know, sideways a little bit. But for the most part, between the stuns, them not being able to assist and gain bonus turn meter, you know, you should be good. As you can see, OG Kylo lost all stacks of hesitation already. So they can, you know, start gaining a bonus turn meter, because on his AoE, right, he's actually gaining a lot of bonus turn meter. We go. Hux almost lost stacks of hesitation as well, so he'll be able to get bonus turn meter. Also, as you can see now, Kylo will start spamming specials. It takes a while to get through these guys because, as you can see, our damage is very poor here. We can't crit anymore at this point, so I just don't get the first order modifier. Maybe I'm missing something, guys. Let me know in the comments below what am I doing wrong here, that it just feels very bad. But anyway, eventually OG Kylo's AoEs start working these guys down. He's got as well healing immunity on his basic, which helps a little bit stop that as well. We got 1 revive down, another revive down, another revive down, and now we just go ahead, take Piet down, probably hit autoplay at this point, and you're good to go. So it does take a while to get through these guys just because the damage is really poor on our side, but eventually got through it. Now we also have obviously the Crush and Feats still to do, so one of the ways to do it is, as always, with Darth Vader What combo. Although now if you do have Apo, right, he's got similar ability like Waterboard that triggers damage over times, and he's done Empire as well, so maybe he can fit in nicely. But this is footage from my account where I do have Apo at level 1 gear 1, so probably not going to work at that low gear. However, Darth Vader will work nicely because damage over times don't expire, and eventually just have to line up, like, you know, 3 enemies in yellow and then let Wat do his thing and defeat 3 enemies in the same turn. I'm bringing in their throne just to some extra control so he can give turn over to Wat on board if needed, you know, at the right moment. Malak there just a little bit keep enemies under control with the fear, and finally bringing in Echo. You could also bring maybe Dash or Captain Rex, like anyone with that AoE days, just to stop their counter attacks as well will help you out. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put Tank Tech over on Echo just in case he gets ability block, that he can go ahead and cleanse that off. There we go. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, ability block on Darth Vader, so we'll just start off with a basic there. Basic with Throne. I'm gonna put Med Pack over on Darth Vader now. There we go. They're gonna start off with the days. So at this point, we're just kind of spreading the damage a little bit. Let's go ahead into Merciless, do a Force Crash, get those damage over times going. We'll just do a round of basics until we can get to another Force Crash as well, which will be in a moment now. No, I'm just gonna save the drain for later if I need to line somebody up. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a Force Crash, final attack over onto Throne. Again, with Throne, I don't want to fracture anybody, because if you fracture somebody, they're not taking turns, which means they're not taking damage from damage over times. And we need these guys to take turns. take damage for damage over time so we can line up the hit from what. And I'm just gonna save the Termeter swap ability for when I really need it further down in the battle. So let's go ahead, another buff dispel, more healing immunity, more days coming in from Echo. Let's go ahead, just drop a basic there to land the tenacity down so these guys won't be resisting as much whenever Vader does his force crush. Just basic with what there. Okay, there we go, another merciless coming in. And this is the point where, as you can see, the guys are getting close to yellow, where you have to kind of start aligning up things that obviously, if they're in the yellow, they've got a 10 or more damage over times. They will be taken down when Watt uses his special ability. So got Piet down, so we're just gonna let him sit there for a moment. Just do a basic with Watt, and we go. Let's go ahead and do another Force Crush. So we got Piet and Veers lined up, so we just need to... oh, and we got Gideon lined up as well, perfect. So we got 3 enemies in yellow or below with 10 damage over times. And now we can just go ahead, use the special ability here with Watt, defeating 3 enemies in the same turn. The good thing is about this is with Vader in there, even if, you know, somebody gets taken out while trying to line up, those damage over times get reapplied when they're revived, so you can just kind of continue lining up the other guys as well. And this now as well completed, Crush and Fit in my other account. Again, many ways to do this Crush and Fit as always. Probably somebody like Galactic Legend Ray with her ultimate could work, maybe some other things as well. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are using. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful. I'm off to bed now, it's getting late for me, so I'll see you in the next one. But until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.